Hello everyone, I am Naveen Uppalapati, working with Professor Grish Krishnan at University of Illinois. In this video, I will present our work on Valence, design of a novel variable length nested soft arm. Soft continuum arms, SCAs, are useful especially in applications that demand dexterity, safety under human interactions, and adaptability. While adaptable, their soft and squishy nature may not lend itself to precise operations that require transmitting large loads to object. As shown in this figure, the capabilities of precision and speed are attributes of rigid link robots. The video shows how a soft robot is not quick enough for a simple pick and place task. So soft robots occupy the right bottom of this graph and rigid link robots occupy the top left in this graph. However, most applications require some unique facets of soft and rigid attributes that are unaddressed by either extremes in the design space. Our aim is to explore designs that are precise, quick, and also are adaptable and safe when required. In this work, we present a new design concept which is a hybrid between soft and rigid arms to overcome their respective limitations. The variable length nested soft arm or valence arm consists of a single segment soft continuum arm nested inside a concentric rigid shell. Inspired by the concentric tube continuum robots, an internal mechanism is used to extrude out or retract the soft continuum arm back into the shell. When the entire arm is extended out of the shell, the robot is considered soft, while when enclosed completely within the shell, it is considered rigid. The soft continuum arm (SCA) used has a unique asymmetric architecture that can simultaneously bend and rotate in clockwise and counterclockwise directions, leading to spatial deformations as shown here. We call this manipulator as BR2. The rigid enclosure consists of a bipolar stepper motor that has an integrated threaded rod as its output shaft. This arrangement converts the motor into a linear actuator capable of precision open loop positioning. The travel nut is attached to the base of the soft continuum arm, a two-part cylindrical rigid enclosure that houses the soft continuum arm is 3D printed. The rigid enclosure restricts the rotational degree of freedom of the soft continuum arm when attached to the travel nut. In addition, the rigid enclosure also restricts the deformation of the portion of the soft continuum arm enclosed. The entire valence arm weighs 550 grams and can be retrofitted to any commercial robot platform. This video shows the assembly of the valence arm. The valence arm with a BR2 soft continuum arm exhibits several fundamental attributes. One of them is its ability to modulate stiffness and transfer impact forces. Stiffness experiments have been conducted with the valence arm oriented upside down and applying forces at the end tip of the arm. Reaction forces by the end tip to counter the displacement are recorded using a load cell. In scenario 1, the valence arm is held vertically downwards as shown here and the force is applied laterally to the tip. In this scenario, three cases are studied. Case 1, where no air pressure is applied to any of the frees. Case 2, when both rotating actuators are actuated to 20 psi, and case 3, when both rotating actuators are actuated to 40 psi. The experimental results reveal that the valence arm can modulate its stiffness by extruding its length and by simultaneously pressurizing the rotating actuators. Experimental results of all cases of scenario 1 are shown here. There is global increase in stiffness by 15 times when the length is varied from 4 centimeters to 16 centimeters. There is also an increase in stiffness by around 49% and 69% when the pressures in the rotating actuators is increased to 20 psi and 40 psi respectively for a 4 centimeter extruded length. The table shows the increase in stiffness at global and local levels for different cases. In scenario 2, the arm is held vertically and the bending actuator is pressurized to form a 90-degree curved shape, and the force is applied laterally as shown here. 3 cases are investigated similar to scenario 1. It can be observed that there is almost 22 times global increase in stiffness when length is varied from 4 centimeters to 16 centimeters. For a fixed extrusion length, a stiffness change of 50% is obtained by varying the pressures in rotating actuators. To demonstrate the variable stiffness capability of the valence arm, a door opening task is performed where the door needs to be turned and pulled for the latch to completely open. In the video, it can be observed that with a 4 centimeters extruded soft continuum arm, the arm successfully transfers the force onto the door lock and is able to open it. The soft continuum arm is pressurized to 40 psi in both the rotating actuators in order to use its high stiffness property. Whereas the same task was unsuccessful when the soft continuum arm is extruded out by 16 centimeters. The workspace of the valence arm can be represented as an axisymmetric surface along the YZ plane as shown here. The workspace of the variable length arm is 1200 square centimeters as shown on the left, while the BR2 workspace, when it is fully extruded to 24 centimeters length, which is its maximum extrusion, is 30% lower than the workspace of the valence arm. The dexterity of the valence arm is due to two features: inherent dexterity of the BR2 soft continuum arm and the variable length mechanism. To understand the dexterity due to varying length, we evaluate the ability of the arm to reach a position in its workspace with more than one soft continuum arm length extruded out. The top right plot depicts the minimum soft continuum arm length that needs to be extruded to reach a point in the workspace. It is seen that the extreme periphery of the workspace, dark red regions, can be reached with the fully extruded soft continuum arm alone. The bottom right plots the difference between the maximum and minimum extruded soft continuum arm lengths that can lead to the same end effector position. It is seen that the center area of the workspace can be approached with different extruded lengths. More than 50% of the workspace can be reached with a length difference of 1 centimeter. When the valence arm is deployed on a conventional rigid robot, such as a 3-link rigid arm shown here, its overall workspace will be a combination of the rigid links and the soft continuum arm. The implications of the primary attributes studied can lead to classification of the overall workspace into a rigid workspace and varying levels of soft workspace depending on the extruded arm length. The rigid workspace is generated from the end positions of the valence arm when extruded length is 0 centimeters. It is hypothesized these points can be reached in a quick, accurate, and repeatable fashion, a key characteristic of the rigid link robots. Furthermore, operating in the rigid workspace will lead to larger force transfer. The rigid workspace is appended by a larger soft workspace as shown here, which is obtained by extruding the soft arm from 4 centimeters to 24 centimeters under the full range of operating pressures. These end positions are hypothesized to be safe as they involve the extruded soft arm and hence can be used for interacting with humans and other fragile objects. The valence arm can be used in cobot tasks where both load-bearing ability and safety are required, albeit at different time periods. In the video, it is shown that the robot system with its soft continuum arm completely retracted is used to precisely pick up an empty plastic box. This is accomplished by fitting a suction cup at the end of the soft continuum arm. These tasks are performed in the rigid workspace of the arm as sufficient forces are required to be exerted on the objects. The objects are then dropped or handed over to the human safely in the soft workspace, where the soft continuum arm is sufficiently extruded. To summarize, we have presented a design which fits in the unexplored regions of this graph that can toggle between fully rigid link and varying lengths of a soft continuum arm. Two key attributes of this design are stiffness modulation and enhanced workspace and dexterity. Future work will include investigation into control of such a hybrid system and effective sensing methods. For further questions, please contact me in this email. Thank you very much.